We're out here at the farm. I'm going to be working on the Farmall Super C. I'm going to be putting on genuine case IH parts. We're going to be doing a high voltage wire off the thingamabob, I forget what it's called. We're going to check our cap and rotor and our points. Then we're going to put on 4 new spark plug wires, and I don't think we're going to be changing the spark plugs today. That's definitely in the works, getting new spark plugs in. And the hydraulic pump too, we need to get some pipe plugs or a pipe so we're not losing hydraulic fluid whenever we get the tractor running. And we need to do some wiring work because one of the wires going to the distributor is broken and we need to fix that. Just pulled off the rotor and the cap is in good shape. A little bit of wear and corrosion on the piece of brass. And then get that off there. The cap's in good shape too, no cracks or anything, and the contact points are not burned very badly. So we're batting 100 here. And the points seem to be looking in good shape as well. Off to the Pontiac to get the toolbox. Yes, I do have a telescope in my car. I'm special like that. So we're going to get a screwdriver out and inspect our points. Yeah, the points are kind of burned and pitted. So we're going to have to get some sandpaper in there and clean those up. It's the kind of truck I wish I had. Back to the shed I go. The distributor cap is full of spider webs and other crap that's going to interfere with our spark. There's some nasty gasoline. We can't even see through the little filter screen. Stuff smells and looks like motor oil. It's pretty clogged up. And that's nothing to say the sediment bowl. Look at all the rust down in there. That's even after washing it out. And I got that cleaned up too.
Okay.
I gotta wipe the stuff out of it.
Okay.
That's just by rubbing the towel around in the sediment bowl. Look at all that rust and crap, and there's still some down in there too. And I was an idiot and managed to poke myself with one of my gasket picks that he's using to get the gasket out of there. So we're gonna take the small end of our wire brush and we're gonna try to get the rest of that rust and dirt out of there. That's what a sediment bowl should look like. And that finger wound is kind of hurting me. Anyway, we're going to take it over to the air compressor again and blow all that crap out of there. And look at that, he got a gasket out.
Genuine fine cork gasket, I might add.
Yeah? Is it any good?
Well, it was before I fooled with it. May not be now. But I know this. The screen goes on top of the gasket.
Yeah?
Maybe it doesn't make any difference.
Well, I'd be thinking that the screen would go on top of the gasket because that would help seal it.
That's right. Let the gasket come. In other words, it should be like this.
Yeah.
Well, it was like
It was in backwards?
this.
Well, I guess either way makes sense.
Oh, perhaps so. Let's
I
see
got all
what
the
we
crap
got
out
here.
of that. Should we run something through that screen to get the dirt out of it?
Mm-hmm. We should. Well, maybe I'm wrong about how it goes. It's sure made to lay down in there.
You can tell where it's been sitting.
Mm-hmm. Well, how do you think? Do you think like that?
Yeah, that's where I'd have a tendency to put it back
Or
in.
you see the bowl is recessed to let that go down in there.
Either way be fine.
Well, maybe I shouldn't have screwed with it. But you are correct. Either way, the screen isn't quite precise, I can tell you that.
Well, then I wouldn't do that because then dirt will get past the screen and plug up your carburetor.
how would you put it in then?
Well,
You'd put it in above
gasket,
and then screen.
screen, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to take your screen.
Okay,
I'm
be
gonna go
careful
clean
with
it.
him.
I'm going to go clean it with some diesel fuel. We're going to be mighty cheap and clean it with starter fluid instead, because I doubt we get the tractor running today because it needs those. Oops, where'd my screen go? We need to do that wiring repair so we get power coming to this coil. Put that over again. And do that too. If I'm not careful, I'm going to go to sleep. Next project we're going to be working on is a carburetor. I'm replacing a lot of hoses on this thing because that hose is shot. Anyway, we're going to take the carburetor off.
Here's this wire.
And see if it has fuel that's able to run through this rusty fuel line and into the
We
carburetor.
could pull our battery. It might be hard to do.
But on a positive note, the generator's not seized up. And neither is
We
the
could unhook
water
this
pump.
without any problem.
So
And that
we're
might,
off to a good start.
if you were lucky, let the battery box come out.
What, that side cover?
Well, no side cover, honey. Slides out this way, but it's got to come past the steering rod too. He.
Yeah. Well, there's enough rust in there. You ought to just be able to pour that panel down.
You have some interesting ideas.
Before we get too carried away at the old tractor here, we're going to put the sediment bowl back on. We're going to go with the filter screen on top of the gasket so we don't have any leaks. And then we're going to do our spark plugs. We're going to put our new wires on, and then we're going to fool with the carburetor.
I think that'll be a little better deal. Okay. I suppose I better try to fit it in there by hand.
No. Well, I don't know. I think it have a tendency to fall out.
Hey, how's that look?
I can't see it.
Doesn't look too bad for something I've been working on.
That's saying a lot. Is any gasoline in the tank?
Yes.
Fresh? I got it.
Yeah, fresh. About 50 years ago. Now,
Well, turn it on and see if it'll flow good.
it won't flow too good till I give it air.
Is that seized?
No, it's not seized.
That is some nasty looking gasoline. Yellow instead of blue. Jeez, that's terrible.
Jeez.
Looks like paint thinner.
Well, some done, but over tightened. There we come. There we come.
Jeez, that's terrible looking.
About the
Like
consistency of fresh motor oil.
Yeah, looks like it.
Where'd that pick go?
It's over there. Look in the toolbox, maybe. Since the little tractor's got no dipstick, it has these two petcocks.
What are you going on about?
I'm going on about the oil.
Oh,
The
okay.
high one here and the low one there. Well, we opened both of them and no oil came out. So I'm going to pull the pan plug and see if the little tractor has any oil in it at all. But first I have to get a wrench. That's too big.
Well, haven't you got a crescent wrench?
You saw the crescent wrench that I had. It didn't open big enough. And apparently I can't pick out wrenches. Here we go. So. Jeez. That probably has
Let me
come
have
off.
that wrench.
60
You're
years.
dangerous.
I'm working it back and forth. Watch out.
Well,
There goes the iPhone.
yeah, they're dangerous.
Got
Ready?
the hand plug cracked, and we're going to see if the tractor's got any oil in it. Oh, that's going to make a big mess, too.
Well, it's got oil in it.
Yeah? Looks green. You know what that means. Bring that rag over here that's in the box.
I wouldn't take that all the way out. That means antifreeze. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it?
Yeah, it needs a head gasket.
Don't do that.
It's all good.
Hmm?
It's fine. That answers the question. The tractor has oil in it, but it's got another problem too. There's antifreeze in our oil. A combination of antifreeze and pretty watered down oil. So I don't know whether we've got a blown head gasket on the little tractor or something else is wrong. But I'm going to go clean my hand up now because I don't like used motor oil on my skin. Into our new set of Case IH spark plugs. We need to put one end on, probably for the distributor. I'll twist those and braid them together. Then we'll crimp on the steel and brass ends.
These boots are just the same, aren't they?
Yeah, it doesn't matter which end you put that on, as long as it fits.
I'll guarantee you they didn't make it any too long. I guess it's.
You
I don't
want
know
to
whether
put
that's
the,
long enough or not.
well, that'll be perfect. That's long enough. If not, we'll make another one. Anyway, we got our pieces here. We'll slide the boot on first. With a little bit of luck. We'll put that boot on. And then we'll come in and we'll crimp this just like that. And with my toolkit, I have a fine, genuine deluxe wire crimper. So I'm going to get started assembling spark plug wires.
Good thing we only got 4 to do. I'm glad there are not 20 of them.
While he cheats putting on his spark plug wires, I'm going to fold the wire over the side and then crimp it really good. And I'm going to use these little guys here. I don't know. Let's see. How do I want to do this?
Ow.
I have spark plug end, so I need an end like this to fit on the distributor cover. I'm going to double check that because I don't want to make them to do 2 spark plugs to 2 spark plugs. So yeah, I need the brass looking end.
I'm getting pretty good at this. We ought to have 16 or 20 more to do.
Yeah? It's not the world's best test fit, but I'm going to go ahead and see if I can make it a little better, then I'm going to crimp it down. That doesn't look too great, but it'll do for what we're doing. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go. I got my 3 wires put up, but I'm waiting on him because he pulled his contact and boot off by accident, so he had to put it back on.
Well, I thought that was a set of plug wires made for this tractor, and that's not quite true, is it?
Well, we'll make it work. When you're doing this, look at your firing. Get your finger out of there. When you're doing this, look at your firing order, 1, 3, 4, 2, so you know which way the rotor's going, because it's 1, 3, 4, 2, and then don't be like him and be a dumb bunny. Put your plugs on the cylinders that they go to. Actually, it was my mistake, but I'm going to blame it on him anyway.
We got to get our cap back on there tighter again.
Well, we can do that. Anyway, we got new plug wires on the tractor, so we're going to work on the cap now. And then what are we doing? What are we going to do next?
We're going to go over to the carburetor and see what kind of filth we get out of it.
Sounds like fun. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get some antifreeze. Now we're working on the carburetor. Don't know what kind it is. Could find out. Here. It's a Zenith. That is a nasty ass thing. Looks like a Zenith. got the TH. So let's see. Oh god, that stuff stinks.
Oh, hell, brain surgeon over here needs to do something. Okay, there.
I would just let that drain.
She is for sure a Zenith.
Aluminum, of course.
Looks to be aluminum, doesn't it?
Scrape some of that corrosion off there some more.
Let me have your pick, honey. A pick.
Which one? And you need a straight one. Here. Just like at the dentist office, but a lot less painful and a lot less expensive. Yeah, she's a Zenith carburetor. Don't know a whole lot about them. Made in this country. Come on, focus iPhone. There you go. Anyway, we're probably going to take this bottom part off and see what we see, you know, see what kind of condition it floats in, and the jet and all that other stuff. Another drain plug.
Full of rust.
Best kind. That is a pile of rust that I just got out of that drain cap. It's terrible. Dirt and rust and a bunch of other crap. So this tractor does not
Watch
have
out.
good hygiene. Anybody want some paint thinner? Well, there's going to be no weeds there for a while.
Water.
This is going to be the only oil on the tractor that does not have antifreeze in it. But that doesn't look too bad. A lot of dirt in there.
Not in the outer cup.
What about the inner cup?
How about water?
Water, yeah. A little bit of oil, grease. Separated oil. Nothing like it. There's some dust and dirt. Seriously, if you want a rubber glove, I have them. Ick. The little air cleaner screen seems to be in good shape. Not too dirty. We'll see now if we can pull that canister out so we can examine it closer.